Point 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock Point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock Point 256.
Believe in yourself and in your heart.
We made to Rock
Hey,
Point.
discover the rock in you.
We made to Rock Point. Rock Point.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
One this year, next year, each and every year, 1 million children die of malaria. What is the solution to save the African children them and the pregnant woman them? Take this as a warning and save your life. Kajimsa ochembuza okwewa lomsuja kwensiri omuntu wakola atya.
Kenda mangu okule akatimba kensiri osulengomo.
Ate bakubanga kunkutte okukujjanjaba obulungi ninakola ntya.
Aogenda omusawo naye wakuwete baloma yotozi.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health.
Rock Point 256.
Hello, our lovely listeners. Welcome to another episode of Rock Point 256. First, let's remind ourselves about what happened in last week's episode on Rock Point 256. Dr. Victor had some startling news for Sister Aisha.
The Ministry of Health has transferred me to a hospital in the city. The letter arrived yesterday and I must prepare to leave immediately.
Oh, Dr. Victor, that is so abrupt.
I know, but the ministry is going to be sending another doctor here. Let me see. The name they gave me is Dr. Ian.
Ali brought Topi to meet his mother and father, and his mother made an offer that Topi and Ali had a hard time refusing.
Yes, you need support during your pregnancy, and that is what I do.
Oh, that is good.
Yes, I have helped Ali's brothers' wives with all their children.
Oh, that seems like a huge responsibility.
It is, but it is something I love to do, so I really don't mind. You will be in safe hands.
And now on Rock Point 256, episode 308.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
Teacher Vincent.
Oh, yes, Sandra.
So why can't we go on a field trip for geography?
And where would you go?
To the mountains of Rwenzori. Maybe we could see where clean water comes from and the effects of rainfall in those high up areas.
Fair enough, Sandra. It would be great if we could all go on a school trip, but first of all, would the school have the money to make such a trip?
No, they wouldn't, sir. And my parents wouldn't afford.
Right, so maybe the next best thing, in fact the best way to understand geography is to look around you at the environment you're in.
We don't have mountains, sir.
That's true, but we have hills that go down to the lake, and clean water runs off those hills. In fact, there are still places up on the hill above Lake View where you'll find natural spring water coming through those rocks.
We have never seen that water, sir. It's not where I live.
Okay, please clarify. What water do you get where you live?
You can't even drink it. If you do, you get sick. Where I live in the fishing village, there was even one kid who died from diarrhea, dysentery or something because he drank from the stream.
I've heard about the problem of getting clean drinking water down there right by the lake's edge. What are some of the reasons why there is not enough clean water?
Deforestation, sir.
Yes, and how does cutting down forests affect drinking water?
Trees hold water in the ground with their roots. When we cut them down, then the ground gets dry and there is not enough water.
People should be educated not to cut down so many trees.
That's a good idea. But what will people use for cooking? Most of us cook with charcoal or wood fires, not so.
Maybe we can use less charcoal and firewood with those cooking stoves that are more efficient.
That's an idea, Sandra. So, what does this all have to do with geography, do you think?
I suppose we don't have to always talk about faraway places like the Rwenzori Mountains in geography, because all the resources in nature like trees, plants, water, lakes, rivers, and all that, they are right here in Rock Point.
Now we are talking. The problem is though, how we manage those resources, isn't it? Geography is not something far off or remote. It's something right here, and it affects our daily lives, like clean water, like the plants and trees, and how human beings try to survive by using those natural resources. Give me some examples.
Fishing from the lake, which is in short supply now.
Excellent.
Some people chop down trees to make firewood.
Oh, charcoal. There are even charcoal wars, sir.
Charcoal wars? What are charcoal wars?
In my area, there were 2 guys fighting over 10 remaining trees. They cut all of them down and then fought with knives about who had the rights to the trees. They just about killed each other, and they did not even own the trees. Another farmer owned the land. They were poaching.
Competition over trees, and people killing each other to compete. And at the end of the day, there will be no more trees. Then erosion starts. Then the rain doesn't fall. Then there is a desert, and before you know it, the Garden of Eden has become the desert of Sinai.
And then people are fighting over desert, like desert storm.
All right, very good. And I thought you guys hated geography. But do you see how much we depend on the environment around us? And we are all arguing over land, over trees, over water and fishing. You can't take human beings out of geography.
But what will we do here in Rock Point, sir? I mean, already the fish have gone away and there is not enough clean water to drink.
We need to start educating people to have smaller families.
What does that have to do with it, Betty?
It's like this. The reason we cut down trees is because there are so many people who need charcoal and firewood to cook. And the reason that there are not enough fish anymore is because we caught all the fish in these waters to feed all the people we keep producing.
I don't know.
Betty's right. The more people we produce, the worse the problem will be. By the time we're adults, what will life be like?
Correct. As human beings, we have to look after our resources. If we run out or start to run out like those guys fighting over somebody else's trees, we get charcoal wars, water wars, fishing wars, any kind of wars. And it's not going to be our parents' problem. They'll be long dead. It will be our problem. And it will get worse and worse if we don't slow the rate at which the population grows.
That's what GenNext is about. It's about teaching people to have smaller families for us, the next generation.
Yup. You said it, Betty. That's why I believe we as the next generation have to be responsible about having fewer children so that we don't end up fighting over charcoal.
Why don't we start a GenNext club here at Foundation High? We can educate all other students about this.
Yes, Teacher Vincent can be our advisor.
I like that idea, and we could carry on talking about this all day. But class is over. Let's discuss this again on Thursday.
Dr. Victor, I hope I am not late. I have to say I haven't been to the health center in a while.
You're welcome, Solomon. I hate to say it, but this may be the last occasion you see me.
Huh? No. How is that?
Dr. Victor is leaving.
Don't tell me.
It's true. We've all known for a while, but I've been too busy. We all have, really, to go about broadcasting the fact. Oh, you know.
Of course, everyone does. I hope you're not leaving too, Sister Aisha.
Oh, no. I'll die with my uniform on.
We'd expect nothing less from the nurse who has kept Rock Point hearty and happy.
Well, that's my worry, Solomon. How do we continue to keep Rock Point hearty and healthy?
There's surely another doctor coming, isn't there?
Oh, yes. Very nice fellow, Dr. Ian.
No worries there.
Except that, for better or worse, in addition to my job as a doctor, I've also been doing all the administrative work. You know, inventorying drugs and supplies, reporting to the district, everything a busy health center like ours needs to function well.
So that is why you called this meeting. Of course, the Health Unit Management Committee. But I can't even remember the last time we had a meeting of the Health Unit Management Committee.
Exactly. And Sister Aisha is busy 24/7, as I have been.
The committee was meant to meet regularly to supervise health services and see that the needs of the community are being met. But it's been years.
I know. We should have kept the committee going. But we've been so busy managing the health center. That's why I called the meeting now. We are waiting for other members, if at all they show up.
Guma is busy. He couldn't make it. Jackson, I don't think he even knows it's on. Messages were sent to Judith and Madame Gauda. But I think they have gotten so used to this committee never functioning that they even haven't bothered to send their apologies.
That is terrible. I feel almost personally responsible.
It's not your fault, Solomon. Actually, it should be the LC1 representative who calls meetings of the committee. It's just that Dr. Ian may not report to Rock Point for some time. He is still looking for accommodation.
He can't find any in Rock Point. It looks like he may have to commute from Matari. And when Dr. Ian does settle in, he's probably not going to be available to help out administratively like Dr. Victor has done.
Not only that, we are short-staffed here already that I doubt Dr. Ian will have time to take the administrative responsibility on as well, especially as he will be commuting to and from Matare. It's a potential disaster. I feel guilty for deserting Rock Point Health Center like this.
You can't help that. You've been transferred, I take it?
Yes. But before I leave, I'd like to get the management committee fully functional again, so that when Dr. Ian does come, he concentrates on what he's good at, being a doctor.
Oh my goodness. This really is a crisis. We have to build the committee up again from scratch so that the health center really does serve the community.
Exactly. And we don't have much time. Next week, Dr. Victor won't be here.
Sandra, the game is beginning soon. Come, let us go. We must win those senior 6 girls today.
You go, Betty. I'm not going to play netball today.
What is the problem?
Nothing. Just go.
Come on, tell me.
Betty, Martin does not call me.
You call him. He gave you airtime to call him.
I've been calling him over and over again, but he does not pick my calls.
Maybe he's busy.
For a full week? No, there must be another reason. What could be the problem?
You worry too much. 1 week is not long.
What are you talking about? Martin used to call me more than 7 times in a day, and you're saying a week is a short time?
Maybe he does not want to talk to you.
Betty, he bought me a phone so that we could talk anytime. Why doesn't he want to talk to me now?
Sandra.
I don't know what I did wrong. Why is he behaving this way?
Forget about him, Sandra. After all, he's too old for you.
But I love him, Betty.
Sandra, you can do much better without Martin. Forget about him.
Betty, how can I just forget about Martin? I just don't understand what happened. He seemed to like me so much. He gave me lifts to school all the time, and he gave me this phone so we can talk to each other. What happened all of a sudden?
Oh, Sandra, can't you see? Martin is not serious about you. He will only hurt you. You need to forget about him.
But I can't, Betty.
Sandra, cheer up and we go for the game.
Please go. Okay? I'm not in the mood of playing today.
Okay, now you can turn to the mirror and see how you look like. I have finished plating.
Thank you. I was getting tired.
Flower, check up on the shelf and get for me the pair of scissors so that I cut these tips.
Blessing, Steve is going to think he's seeing some campus girl wearing sexy eyes on you.
Why, Flower?
Topi has worked on you wholeheartedly. You are looking cute,
Thanks to Topi. She is the one who keeps us looking younger than our ages. By the way, Topi, how is Ali?
He's okay.
Is he out of Rock Point of recent? I don't see him often.
He is around. Even yesterday he passed by.
So what plans do you have?
The parents want me to go and stay with them.
Ah, that is good. I'm happy for you.
Blessing, I feel like not going there. I'm not comfortable with it.
Why not?
Blessing, I have been attending antenatal care from the health center. And going to live with them means Ali's mother will be the one to take care of me.
Topi, all women have their experience. You should be happy.
Ali's mother is a traditional birth attendant. She may want to do things to me that are contrary to the advice I am getting from the health center.